Have you ever noticed how long it takes a police officer to write you a ticket? Completely eliminating all that time that you've made up. I said to myself, it's going to be one of those days. But I did the math. There was still enough time for me to make my noon flight to Phoenix, Arizona. All I had to do now was to park my car, walk through security, and off to the gate. And as luck would have it, I found the parking spot right away. But when I got to security, there were lines for as far as my eyes could see. It was the mid-1990s. The Denver International Airport had just opened up. The airline and the airport had decided it would be a good idea to actually enforce the 2-bag limit. I did the math. There was no way I was going to make my flight. I said to myself, it's going to be one of those days. I noticed on the departure board, there was a 2 o'clock flight leaving for Phoenix. I said to myself, I'm a frequent flyer, a premier executive, 1K. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars with this airlines. They had better figure out a way to get me on that flight, or I was going to give them a piece of my mind. I walked over to customer service. In line ahead of me, there was a couple, a tall young man and his girlfriend. And the conversation between the tall young man and the customer service agent went something like this. What do you mean there's not enough room for us on the 2 o'clock flight to Phoenix? It's because of your airline we missed our connection in the first place. I'm a frequent flyer, a premier executive, 1K. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on these airlines. You had better figure out a way to get us on that flight. She responded, sir, I'm so sorry. The next flight that we can get you on is at 6 o'clock. Do the math, lady. The wedding is at 5. Then he committed what I called the unpardonable sin. He called her the B word. Guys, that's not funny. And the silence was deafening. And then he storms off. And I was next. It's going to be one of those days. All of a sudden it occurred to me that the customer service agent, she was just trying to do the best that she could. I was no better than her. I could see that she was shaken. I said, ma'am, take your time. I'm in no hurry. Not anymore. She said, sir, what can I do for you? I couldn't help overhear the previous conversation. If you could put me on any flight to Phoenix today, that would be fine. And her fingers, they danced across the keyboard. And she presented me with the final seat on the 2 o'clock flight to Phoenix. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Go, Eddie. It's your birthday. I really didn't do the celebration dance. That was my inside voice. I thanked her enthusiastically. And I said, don't let it be one of those days.